Well, good evening everybody and welcome along then to round number 3 of the ORL Dirt Rally Season 6, the Rallycross only championship. And we're going straight into the practice round here. 15 runners and riders tonight. And of course, in this first lobby after the practice run, it'll be the first 3 to go through. So, interesting to see how we do. It's quite a tricky track, this one. Very high speed for a rallycross track. I haven't done much practice around here, so this could be a tricky event for us. That's the one you got to try and avoid. Shit.
The stewards are investigating the corner cutting.
Evening Panther, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're having a good week. Welcome along to the stream. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Hot. It's a little bit warm in here at the moment. So excuse me if there's a bit of background noise today. Both windows open. An attempt to try and stay cool during this. Oh, this is going to be tough. We had a terrible start, but I haven't had much practice on this track yet. And we got a penalty for it, lovely. And we're miles off the pace. Good, good. Well, this could be a bit tricky. It's a very high-speed track, this one, and I don't really have all the I'm missing the turbo upgrade still, which will hurt us a little bit on the straights, but as per usual, we'll see what we can do. Yeah, this track's tricky. It's very high speeds, and unlike most rallycross tracks, handbrake's not the most useful thing here. Look at that, we're 10% off the turbo, so we'll get the turbo after round 1 as long as we make it through. Remember, just top 3 go through, so 3 out of 4 we stand some chance at least. Yeah, I didn't get the concentration right early on. Evening Fox, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're having a good week so far. Presume now you've done your final, you're enjoying some time off, I would hope. Well deserved. I feel like we got into a bit of a groove at the end of there. We're still about second off where we need to be, but some of that's car, some of that's learning the track still. But we'll do what we can. Currently trying to mod Fallout New Vegas. Interesting. Modding any Bethesda game is always a pretty tricky time. Does that all have to be done through Nexus mods, or is there a workshop now for Fallout? Because I know the workshop, particularly with Skyrim, trying to find mods that are compatible with each other. The problem with Steam Workshop is you can just tick away at all these cool mods, and then you run the game and it's like nothing works, everything's broken. You're like, okay, I'm gonna have to start stripping them out until it works. Always fun not screaming at my PC or anything. I believe you. That never happens, does it, when you're modding a game? Do it for Nexus, cool. Do you know what? I've never finished a Fallout game. I've played quite a lot of 3 and New Vegas and about 12, 14 hours of 4. But I've never finished one. I don't know what it is about Fallout. It doesn't quite draw me in enough to complete them. Okay, we're just resetting the lobby. then we'll get going for the first round proper. I'm feeling good about my lobby. There's some quick people in there, but hopefully there's at least one person slower in each lot. Whatever group of 4 I get. I could get really unlucky here and draw a group of 4 that are all quicker than me. I don't know how much more pace we've really got though. I'm sure it will come. Because that being said, I found like almost a second between practice and the first round last time. The heat of competition normally helps you. Okay, here we go. Time to find out if we're lucky in the draw. Arkham R7 Emilio. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. R7 should be out front. Arkham was definitely quicker than us last time. But you never know in race conditions. If we don't make the mistakes we did early on. And Emilio. We'll see. He's got the lone car, so should hopefully be beatable. But you never know with Emilio. Be a dark horse. Might try my other setup for this just because we can. I still have no idea which one I prefer out of the two. So we'll just give it a go here. I definitely prefer this one than the other one. I think. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Good luck to all.
Position while taking the Joker. They haven't Joker yet.
Oh, there's only 2 of us. I think we might be restarting this one. Yeah, I don't think anyone realised, or me and Arkham realised. Kicked them both out. I thought it was a quiet race. Damn it, I thought we were doing well in that. Okay, I think it was actually 2 guys from the other heat that got disconnected, so that's why we're restarting our one. See you, Panther. Thanks for dropping by. Have a good evening, and we'll see what we can do. I look forward to hopefully seeing you in F1 soon, mate. And it was just you and me, Fox. You and me. It's weird, the rallycross never quite as popular live, but it does get watched quite a bit as a VOD, which kind of evens it out, I guess. Okay, just gonna wait for the lobby to be started back up. Everybody looking forward to Monaco this weekend. A track that Rage says shouldn't even be on the calendar anymore. It's a disgrace, I tell you. A disgrace. Massively looking forward to it. Bit peeved that I'm going to be missing qualifying because I'm out for the day on Saturday, but definitely be tuning in for the race. Got one mod working, felt great about it. Tried to get a character face overhaul mod. Everyone turned into massive red signs with an exclamation point on them. Just going to stop with the one. Mod and quit while I'm ahead. Now that's not the spirit, Fox. You're supposed to spend an entire day modding to finally get it right and play like an hour at the end of the day and then realise that you can't bother to play anymore because you've been modding all day. That's what normally happens for me. And the old red signs with an exclamation point. Missing texture, I think that's known as. I mean, Monaco's about the spectacle of the race. It's never going to be the most interesting race, although we have had them over the years, purely because it's so difficult to overtake. And these modern generation, more than anything, apart from a couple of drivers, know when they're beaten, if you know what I mean. They know when they can't, they're not going to find their way past people and they'll just sit there for the race. But it's the spectacle of enjoying Monaco and seeing them going around the streets for an hour and a half. That's the fun of Monaco. Right, we've got Midget and Nonsense with R7 now in our heat then, so let's see how this one goes. Perfectly set to do the Joker first time around, so we will do. Oh, that was not the ideal Joker. Got first bit perfect, then nearly hit a wall. Trying to avoid that accident. Oh, it's R7. Oh, let's hope we can get back in the race. Oh, that's a big hit. Couldn't help but collect him. I tried to avoid him. Well, that was intense. Good God. We found a bit more time. We're still quite a way off the quick guys. A long way off the quick guys, to be fair. R7 actually somehow found a way of beating us in that one. But yeah, we're really going to struggle in the next one. Just haven't got any more pace in that. For some reason. Whether it's the car, I don't know. It's difficult to tell till we have the car fully modified whether that's actually the difference. Also watched two more documentaries about F1, one from the 70s called The Formula 1 Drivers, aka The Quick and the Dead, and another one, recent one called One. Both pretty decent. In the 70s, one followed Francois Sauvé, that's what I'm going with, who died during the filming of the documentary, as well as Jackie Stewart. The other documentary was more about the history of Formula 1 from the beginning of 1976-ish and then highlights since then, especially the shifter safety. Now I'm really tempted to just sit for a week and watch every season in review that was ever made. Yeah, man, there's a lot of great documentaries and reviews. They, much like Group B Rally, there was a lot of crazy people about. They really had to be to drive the cars. But yeah, it's I would say maybe only for the mid-80s in terms of season reviews, because the early ones are very detached from the way that we view Formula 1 now. I don't find them as enjoyable, but from sort of the mid-80s onwards, the season reviews are very good. So I would absolutely recommend going back and watching them if you can find them. Really get yourself up to scratch on the history of F1. I think we should have our turbo now. We do, so it's just weight reduction. So we have maximum power, so we'll see what kind of difference that makes in the next race. I only expect a couple of attempts at most, but you never know on a track with as many straights as this. So I think we're just going to wait for the losers law. No, I don't know call it the D final, as Rallycross would call it. Wait for that to get set up, and then we'll get set up with the lobbies for what are in essence the quarterfinals, I guess. Yeah, so we're down to 12 now. Maybe 2 lobbies of 6, with 4 from each going through to make 8, which is the semi-finals, then to the final. Yep, that's it. Honestly, I feel if we race smart, we can get through. It's all about not trying to avoid the accidents and not making mistakes. But then again, if you don't take the risks, then you might find yourself behind waiting for something to happen that never happens. So you never know. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, don't forget to change it Fancy League. Good point, Fox. I need to remember to do that. I'll try to remember to do it Friday after practice, because I'm out all of Saturday, so I can't do it Saturday. I'll definitely try and do it Friday. Send me a reminder on Twitter, mate. Or I will forget. I might just change it tonight just so I don't forget, but I feel the best time to do it is after... Well, the best time to do it is after practice 3, really. But at least after the practice sessions, so you get an idea of how people are doing. But yes, it is going to Rage's head. I do feel it would be very fitting if he's the one that's been banging on about cream in a can all this time. Quite fitting if we have to make him wear a t-shirt that has it on. Oh, of course, Monaco practice Thursday, isn't it? Because of their holiday that they have on Friday, or their day of drinking, basically, is what it is. So the track will be covered in fag butts and chewing gum and beer spillages in qualifying as it normally is. Race 1 for F2 is on Friday. Are they actually racing F2 on Friday? I didn't think they did that. Okay, interesting. Here we got R7, Arkham Nonsense, Julian, Emilio and myself. Emilio got through, good lad. Okay, okay, I feel we could still do this. So we top 2 to go through. Yeah, I would say everybody apart from me in that lobby is quicker than us, but if we can race better than them, then we have a chance. I have to see. We'll pray to the turbo gods that it's made enough difference to find us a second. I suspect it probably hasn't. Anyway, F2 is always the real fun at Monaco. There's normally plenty of craziness around there, and you get to see who the true stars of Formula 2 are when you get to Monaco. Hoping to see great showings from Nando and Russell, and I'm sure you are from Ferrucci Fox. Okay, here we go. Oh, good. Not really the lobby I wanted. And not great for Team Fruck as well. We both get thrown into the quarterfinal once again. Let's go. Let's go with the most recent one. Let's use the one we use in practice. I really don't know which one to go for. Frucci, I'm sure you're looking forward to seeing how Frucci gets on, just like I am Nando and Russell at Monaco. Right, thanks, Fox. Why is my car so battered up? Why is everyone's car battered up? That's a bit weird. Cheeky. bad. Crowded R7 out there. I knew he was there, but I just didn't know where. Oh, he's got a Steely. I don't know if he has or whether that's just graphics, because we did have ruined cars to begin with for some reason. Seven just threw himself over the line. Jesus Christ. Oh, Julian got a penalty. So it doesn't matter. R7's through. That kind of sucks because he's my teammate, but at the same time, I don't feel quite as bad because R7 wasn't knocked out. Oh mate, that was a race. Good God. Even Daily McGrath. How you doing, my friend? Or Eason, shall I say? Is that how we say it? Do actually people actually like this race? It seems just stupidly dangerous. Yeah, I mean, rallycross is a huge event. It used to be massive in this country. It still is massive worldwide, but it used to be really big in this country. But it is stupidly dangerous. But well, it's not. There's really not. There's no reported deaths in rallycross. You've all got big crash structures, and at the end of the day, you're not going that fast at its peak. And where you have the accidents, normally in the corners, where you're going still quite a slow speed. But it's intense racing. Oh, that's not the right invite. Okay. R7 won. No, R7 was, I think, second because he got promoted because of Julian's penalty. I've just seen Julian say it. Unfortunately, he's my teammate, so I feel really bad for him. But he said that he got a penalty for crashing, basically, which barely seems fair, does it? Anyway, we are through to the semi-finals. Did I update my fire mod? No, it's not an up. So what that is, it's the fire mod, but it's the fantasy version, which is a completely separate mod by the same people, Daily McGrath. As I said in the last comment, mate, I can't change mods halfway through, and that would change all the Formula 2 and Formula 3 teams, is basically what it does with Ara's mod. It's just the fire mod fantasy version, which adds out Alfa Romeo into Formula 2, along with a load of fantasy manufacturers. So I can't really... I can't change it halfway through. It's a different mod. It's not how they work, unfortunately. But as I said, I might consider it once we finish this one. Formula 1 is pretty much identical in that mod. It's just the Formula 2 and Formula 3 teams it changes. So after that season, yeah, but then I'd lose all the progress. You can't, if you load the mod over, the sponsors will be in different positions, they'll be using different livery, it'll muck the whole game up, I'm afraid, mate. It's a different mod, it's not an update. It's a fantasy version of the fire mod. As I said, I can do a version of it after we finish this series, but I'm not going to change the mod. You can't, I'm afraid. It changes everything, so I don't know. I can't predict how it would load up the game. Right, we're just waiting for the... Let me get this right. The C final to be loaded up, and then we'll get started with the B final. We found a fair bit of pace in that. It's enough to race. We're still probably half a second off R7 and the group that will be probably trying to get through to the final. But I feel if we race it right, then we can. Yeah, when I do my next Let's Play in Motorsport Manager, Osen, then I'll probably do it then. I do like the look of the fantasy mod. I like the idea of maybe bringing a manufactured team that isn't in Formula 1 at the moment from Formula 2 or Formula 3 all the way up. And it depends which one I finish first. If I finish the single-seater or lose my job, which might be more likely, or the Haas mod, whichever I finish first, then I might give that a go afterwards. It depends which mod, what other mods are available at the time. But the mod I'm using and the mod I'm using is from the same people. It's got the same features, and it's essentially the same driver pool. I think maybe a few different ones. All it changes, the fantasy mod, is the teams in Formula 2 and Formula 3. So many Nexus clothing mods are just sexy dresses for female characters. So annoying trying to find stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole of Skyrim's workshop as well. Some strange people out there, Fox. You can pretty much go in any workshop and you get stuff like that. Seems to be people's thing. Okay, top 2 to go through from these 2 heats of 4. To be honest, I'll be more than happy with the semi-finals and the B final, but we'll give it our all to get through to the A final. There's a lot of talent in here. R7, Arkham, Gustavo, Nonsense, South. I think Marek's in there as well. Yukon, I would presume, is in here. No, you won't lose your job. Just want to see you in WMC. You never know. The way that playthrough's been going, Fox. You have... I don't know. R7, Gustavo and Arkham. Do you know what? I'd prefer that to the other final. Not Marek, Yukon and South, and Nonsense pretty quick as well. These guys are going to be quick, but I think we stand a chance in this one. That setup seems to work pretty nicely as well, so we'll stick with that one. And see what we can do. Bonnet's still crumpled for some reason. Right, good luck to all. We're on the inside, so no chance of an opening lap joker this time. Oh, no. Someone went in the Joker first lap, which put me off a little bit. It was Arkham. Best Joker. Those front two will take a bit of time out of each other. And we've got a target now in the form of Arkham. Oh, yeah, some contact up there. It's Gustavo that's off them. Oh, Christ. It was going to be close. I didn't think it'd be that close. Oh, that was a shame. We found some time in that one as well. If we just avoided the contact with R7, we might have had a chance of that one. But we'll take the semi and the B final, and we'll see if we can get 5th. Ian Fox, how you doing, buddy? I spent so much of my life watching that series. I need closure. And I'd be excited for a new series. Yeah, we will do a new series, but I think we should let one finish first. I tried to add one. Excuse me. I tried to add one as a stream. The endurance series, and I just couldn't keep up with doing 3 each week. So, yeah, I would definitely wait till one finishes. I was notified this was up. I'm late to the party as usual. Doesn't matter, mate. Stylishly late. You're here in time for the final. Did I say Fox? I meant Greg. Hey, Greg. Okay, I'm just going to wait for the lobby to be organised for the B final, and that will be our final race of the night. Highest place we finished was 6th, I think, in round 1. So if we can get 2nd in this B final, we would have matched that. And if we get 5th, it'll be our best result. So I think it's Jakob, Marek, myself, and Gustavo. So still going to be very, very tricky to win that one. Almost impossible, you would say. No, I'm not officially cancelling it. I think we're talking about the endurance stream, Greg, not the other 2 series. I'm not necessarily officially cancelling it. I would like to bring it back, and I've obviously still got the save game. It's just finding the time to do it. I wrote up a schedule at the weekend and got everything planned for both channels, and I'm already almost straying from it. So I just can't keep anything scheduled. So if I find time to stream it and add it back in, then I will do. Definitely not cancelling it, but yeah, it's just finding the right time to bring it back and the right time for me to stream it. If I do bring it back, it will be very sporadic, but I do want to do it because we had fun in that. And I can't remember where we were, whether we'd finished the first season or had nearly finished it, one of the two. Endurance needs time, completely understandable. It does, but I mean, it's no longer than any of these streams. I think that's the big difference, is the ORL has come back strong, and we were doing the Project Cars 2 and the Rallycross now, and we're going straight into the F1 one as well. It's piecing it in between all of them, especially with the new job getting back quite late. and then going straight into this stream. I wouldn't say it puts me off streaming for the rest of the week, but it just makes it a little bit tricky. But no, we'll find a time to do it for sure. I really want to start streaming on Saturdays and Sundays more, so maybe we'll look at doing that. But what I was gonna do Saturday as the gaming channel, and Sunday as this channel. So maybe on the weekends we don't have F1 league races when they start back up, or rallycross, which I think it is this Sunday. Then we'll do the endurance. We were on season 2 getting destroyed by TDS Racing and the old footballer. That's the one, yeah. Fabien Barthez, the old dog, the old France goalkeeper, World Cup winner in 1998, turned racing driver. You're really waiting for me to get my act together and get that mod polished for you. Man, I can't believe I still haven't played the one. I seem to remember the last time I looked at it, I couldn't find a link to it. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe you did do a Google Drive or something. But yeah, for sure. Look, what I could promise, and I don't mind promising this, if whatever version of the mod you get working before Le Mans, we'll do that. We'll do a 24-hour race before the Le Mans weekend.
You're in a good position to go for the Joker on the first lap.
Okay, here we go.
Time to use it.
58th decider, B final. Let's do it. Oh, everybody getting it out of the way. Oh, Christ. Save that somehow. Oh, shit.
The stewards are investigating you for corner cutting.
Yakon's gone. Oh. The fuck did we get a penalty for? What? Okay, well, whatever. It might have been for that final corner, thinking about it. It was a little bit over the line, but that's really sucky. Oh well. Back in the B final, we'll take that. P8's not what we wanted, but again, we were competitive. I feel this was the first race we might have had the pace to get into the final if things had fallen our way. So, yeah, I think I saw something as we crossed the line. I think it was that final corner. Sucks, really. But there you go. I was trying to beat my fastest lap on the final lap, so that's probably why it was. Oh well. Did the screen just go black and white when you hit the wall? I think potentially does on this, yeah. As sort of effect, as an effect. And yeah, I don't know why the hood does that on race start, but it does. That's 8th overall, Fox. P8 out of 16. So we'll take that. It's about halfway. The rallycross, way more than the project cars or the F1, is way more competitive. Because everybody is super close. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed by our performance in the B final. If we hadn't have cut that final corner, we'd have been 7th. If we hadn't made the mistake early on, we might have been potentially a bit higher up, but you never know. Same with the quarter-final. We could have semi-final. We could have easily got through to the A final if things had gone our way. So the pace is there now. I think in rallycross, it's just about getting the luck of the draw sometimes. F1 League, we're still waiting to hear. I presume after this one. So I've got my schedule up here somewhere. So we got Rallycross next Sunday. Then the following Tuesday after that, not directly after, the week after that. And then the final one on that Sunday. So it's going to be at least 4 weeks, I would think. But we might get some practice races up until then. But not long. Not long. Where's my stream gone? There we go. Okay, right, I'm going to end the stream for tonight. Because with all the extras that are going on, it's overran quite a bit. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Next stream, I don't know. I'll see if we can maybe get Rage up for doing some co-op. Potentially Thursday. I'll let you know about that though. Rather than just spring it on you like we did last week. I might actually plan it and put it on Twitter for a change. should hopefully get the next episode of Haas Motorsport Manager out tomorrow, and then towards the weekend we'll have to wait and see. But for you guys that did join, thank you everybody. Hope you have a good rest of your week, and I'll catch you again next time.